Alright, what's going on, everyone? So we're here in the playtest server, and we're going to be trying out Web Warriors, a mixed hybrid Web Warriors and Symbiotes with Symbiote Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, Ghost Spider, and the other two. As you can see, the boss node is cleared out right now. We're going to give this a go anyways, and if this works, I'll try to get back around to playtest the boss node. In which case, I'll wait to put out this video until I get the boss node footage. But if this ends up turning out pretty badly, then that'll give us a good idea of that it basically is not going to go over very well on the boss. So let's find out. I don't think the positioning really matters too much. We do have Raider on Symbiote Spider-Man, Striker on Anti-Venom, and then Raider on Ghost Spider, Striker on Miles, and Skirmisher on regular Spider-Man. So if you caught any of my previous footage on the full Web Warriors team, then you'll know that those were the ISOs that I was using for the Web Warriors. Anyways, but let's give this a go here and see how we get on. This was some of the footage that was shown in the strike time, I think, when Ghost Spider was announced. So, not too surprising here. The mechanics might be a little bit different, though, so I'm going to Alt on the Disrupt on Strife here. I'm going to try to, talk my way through this a little bit here. But we want to focus on Emma Frost, so we're going to try and crit an ability block, hopefully. We do on Emma Frost. So that stops her from really having to do a lot of this stuff. We're going to do a Spider-Man special over here. Chains to a lot of targets, as you can see. A lot of debuffs going around here. And we're going to use a special here, I think, and just extend this. Fortunately, we don't have Carnage anymore, so we're no longer getting, the turn bar at low hit points, so we're not getting that part anymore. That being said, there's still a lot of positive effects going around, which is nice. I'm going to try and stun Ghost. Ah, damn it, it missed. But it almost killed her, and you saw that the retaliation from Ghost Spider was pretty significant as well. I'm gonna do that on Scarlet Witch. Now, I do want to say, just in the offset here, a lot of damage, wow, that we are looking at Gear Tier 15, Level 85, Blue ISO 3. So this is the kind of stuff that happens here on the test server, for those of you who may be unfamiliar with some of the content related to the test server, which is pretty new for Web Warriors in this patch. But just for people who are unfamiliar. So we got a lot of Elsa attacks going on here. Oh my god, like back to back to back. Okay, so I haven't quite memorized everything. Spread all negative effects, so that's good. Let's spread this stuff. Defense down and speed down. So everyone else should get that. That's good. Quite a bit of damage as well. The animation takes a fair bit of time though, so that's my only complaint there. Wow, a lot of damage. 250k from Miles Basic. I want to save my cooldown, so I don't think I really need to do any of this here. We're still alive, so that is good. That's good, that they're still alive. And so far, so good. This is, of course, at the 2.0 level. I would like to get some further testing in, like, 2.1. Oh, wow. No, that's okay. 2.1, 2.2, that kind of thing. Even the basics are hitting fairly hard. It is, defense down. But I am really impressed with some of the damage outputs for some of the newer characters, which is pretty nice. So we're still alive. Yeah, we're still alive. And we cleared the node. So we cleared the first node. Again, if I wasn't talking or... If I knew Ghost Spider's kits on hand without having to look, I would have done that faster. That was about just under a 3-minute clear. Let's do the second node here, go back in here. Now, I think this one is a little bit tougher. I've done this every day, yet somehow I don't remember the characters as much. Yeah, this one's a little bit trickier with Phyla-Vell. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to speed rewind on Phyla-Vell. That'll take her turn bar back. And unfortunately, it didn't land the slow. Let's get an ability block on Kingpin, though, because I don't want him to do the bust. But now that I realize that, I'm wondering... There we go. Okay, we landed those busts. I was like, I hope Phyla-Vell doesn't just cleanse that ability block. So we're going to try and make our way through here. We're stuck here on that taunt, but what I'm going to do, this might be a bit redundant because there's already speed down on a lot of people, but we're going to do that anyways. Just trying to talk my way through this. I know you guys love to hear my voice. Doing that mainly for the damage. Does a fair bit, and we need to get our way through this. Why can't we not clear through that that taunt? It's kind of annoying. Kind of stuck on that. Who cleanses? It's Miles. Can we clear that? There we go. Normally I would focus down Baron Zemo, but I really don't want Phyla-Vell to take her turn, so we're kind of stuck here on the bishops. I'm going to stun Phyla-Vell here, even though she's slowed. That way she's not going to get her stuff off. Do want to clear these offense ups, though. I don't really like that. Let's see if we... Oh, we can't. Oh, damn it. We can't spread. Stuck on bishop again. Okay, not this turn, it seems. So hopefully Anti-Venom can stay alive. Really concerned about Moon Knight here. Let's do this. Really concerned. They need to heal up there. Ooh, he does have evade, but he got hit by some of this stuff. Let's do a... over here, because it's going to chain to a lot of characters. We still have another Phyla-Vell yet to drop. Yep, 2 Phyla-Vell, actually. So, we're going to do that. And we're going to spread these debuffs. So, we're going to spread this. Defense down and the slows to everyone. Hopefully it lands on Phyla-Vell. Both of them, so that's good. We're going to clear some of these defense ups on Phyla-Vell as well. I kind of want to get them down at this point. Kind of just doing some extra damage. The damage is not as high as if you're running the full Web Warrior team. You're missing the crit chance and the crit damage that you get from Scarlet Spider. So it's not ideal. It's definitely sort of a stopgap, is basically what I can say. It is basically a stopgap until that you actually get the other characters unlocked, because you obviously want to run the full team. But, it works. That being said, remember that they are gear tier 15, so they are pretty high gear. I don't know what it was, like 750k. They're pretty high, but it does work. So if you do want to use them, just for fun, in the meantime, or if you just want to try things different when Ghost Spider releases, then you will be able to do that with just her. And like I said, maybe I could have been choosing my buttons a little bit faster. There is a little bit, I think if anything, I'm like, Anti-Venom has been taking the most amount of damage. So that's kind of where I'm concerned about the most, but it seems like we're being a bit okay. It's just everyone else, the Web Warriors have the most amount of positive effects. Anti-Venom has the least, and we're kind of reliant on his ultimate in order to pick up more positive stats effects for the Symbiotes. So that's where we are after the first 2 nodes. I'm going to try and get some footage on the 3rd node, on the boss node, when I can. Otherwise, we're on pause for now, and hopefully we can get that out. Alright, and so we're back with Web Warriors Hybrid. Now, you might notice that I'm wearing a different shirt than I was in the previous, and that's because the boss node was not available when I wanted to try this out, so we're going back again to see if we can do it this time. So I'm actually a little bit skeptical. We basically have to make sure that Ghost Spider is able to land her ability block on Dr. Doom. Otherwise, I think this is going to be a bit problematic. Also wondering whether or not they're going to have enough damage overall compared to the full Web Warriors team, which obviously has that. So we can get through the first 2 nodes no problem with this hybrid arrangement like you did in the strike time, but there's a few things that I'm a little bit concerned about. So we're going to see, I was wondering whether or not instead of doing that, I probably should have done the basic. We're going to do a little bit of AoE damage because it spreads Disrupt. Now, it would have been better if it spread more, but we also need to make sure that we're not, that Dr. Doom isn't taking too much damage to be pushed over. So we cleared that. That's good. We're going to actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stun Vision because that will stop him from ability blocking. So we need to make sure that we do get to Dr. Doom's next turn for Ghost Spider. She's got the buff, so she should be able to take her turn. That shouldn't be an issue. Please don't push his turn bar. So I think we should be okay on that front. So once we get to that turn, I think we're good. I'm not going to be using the turn rewind because I don't think we need it. Now, what's going to be unfortunate, I guess, is if, for whatever reason... There we go. So we're going to land on Ghost Spider's turn. And we get... Please? Yes, we got the ability block. So the reason why I'm like, please, in the ability block is because... you're not running the other team members. Scarlet Spider and Ghost Spider, or Scarlet Spider and Spider-Punk, they both improve the amount of crit chance. And with the 60% that you get from that, and in here I might actually, you know, decrease the turn bar, but the additional crit chance that you get from the other characters, that's normally enough for Ghost Spider Special, which is the ability block, to be guaranteed that 100%. So that's why I was a little bit concerned by not actually having them. And there is a chance, although she is being run Raider, so I don't know actually how, it's probably unlikely that she's going to miss that ability block anyways, but I think it was, and now we extended the ability block, so we're pretty good to go. Dr. Doom is actually pretty crippled here at this point, so we're just going to be trying to get the rest of the characters down. Kestrel's a bit of a pain in the ass as well, so it's a good thing that we were able to do that. We landed the blind on Sharon, and that's why having actually Miles and Ghost Spider together is really important, because that gives the blind on the Ghost Spider basic. Now, it doesn't work for the Striker, in case anyone was thinking about running her as a Striker, rather, and it's not guaranteed on that necessarily, but you do need Miles to activate it. At least I don't think it's guaranteed. Maybe I need to double check the basic, actually. Let's try and get Sharon Carter down here. She is down. So so far we're so good. Like the time is a bit sketchy. I could maybe put this on auto to go a little bit faster. I know that when I'm running the Symbiotes that I do have some problems with that. I do want to put an ability block. I wanted to land it on Capsam, but because of his deflect, I think he was going to resist it. So that was a bit of a problem there. Symbiote Spider-Man has a little bit low hit points. So we can kind of spread some more debuffs. That's good. Actually spread around to a ton of characters. Let's get a disrupt on Capsam now with that AoE. I think I could, you know what, I'm going to stick it on auto at this point, and I'm going to semi-auto here, just so I'm targeting specific characters. I want that rescue down, and that AoE, Ghost Spider does a ton of damage. Even though you don't have Scarlet Spider and Spider-Punk, I still think that if you have a decently sized Ghost Spider, when she comes out, if you can somehow manage like a 4 yellow, 4 red, I think that you'll see a lot of similar sort of arrangements. And a lot of people who have already invested into the Symbiotes are going to have Symbiote Spider-Man and Anti-Venom pretty high up anyway. So the reason why I recorded this was to kind of... why I am recording it is to kind of give you guys footage about what it would look like in a hybrid scenario, because we're probably not going to get Scarlet Spider or Spider-Punk probably until later, maybe closer to January. So let me know what you guys think. That's the boss node. We did clear it after all, and that's great news. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about this hybrid variation. It's not going to be as good as the full Web Warriors, but it is what it is. So hopefully that you can make use of this in the meantime. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.